We always have a well-painted picture of our prosperity end game, but the how and when is always missing. Praise God, loves. Prosperity is a three-part series, and the first part is His will. Jeremiah tells us that He has good plans to prosper us, and He shows us that in different ways. It could be through visions, dreams, prophecies of who we are going to be. And we see this with Joseph. He knew who he was going to be at the age of 12. We also see David. He got to know who he was going to be 15 years prior to being a king. And I believe most of us, if not all of us, we know who we are going to become. There is always that shift that pulls us towards something. But because the puzzles are not yet put together, we ignore it. It could be a flaw in public speaking, in business, in leadership, you name it. But the journey from the time we feel that shift to the persona is a roller coaster. His will to prosper us requires us to understand his ways, and that's the second part. I call this the childlike stage. For us to understand his ways, we need to have a childlike mindset. Ask those questions, bring those ideas to him. It doesn't matter if they sound stupid. And lastly, trust the process. For Joseph to become the ruler of Egypt, he had to trust the process, even if it involved his brothers betraying him. And David, those 15 years, they involved him being a fugitive, but they bared it all. Here's the beauty of having a childlike mindset. When you are crushed, you run back to Papa. Tell him everything in the hopes that he is going to advise you on how to go about it next time. Unfortunately, we are too grown to do all that. We act like adults, yet we are immature. We want to use our own skills, our own knowledge, our own ideas. And what makes it worse is that we want to bring all that and put it into the mathematical equation of God prospering us. Of course, it's not going to work. And when it doesn't work, we drop everything. Even the well-painted picture of prospering us that we had, we are going to drop it. And this is exactly what he talks about in Hebrews chapter 3. The last part is the when, the waiting time. I call this the frustrating stage. We mess up so much during this time. Even Abraham messed up. He was promised a child, but in the process of waiting, he messed up and had Ishmael. It is going to be so hard. It is going to be so frustrating. You know, you have this childlike mindset, but time is going to come when you want to be an adult. You are curious what the prosperity end game is going to be all about. But I want you to know that the waiting is worthy it, is worthy the persona who is waiting. It is worthy the prosperity persona God has made you to be. That's it for now. Let's continue living our lives through the verse as we find our wealth place. Stay blessed.